Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I am back with a video on Jenelle Evans because it seems like there's something always going on out on the land. Now, we have already spoken in a video about Jenelle's experience, her most terrifying experience ever, with her house being allegedly almost broken into. She now relays her story via TikTok. It seems she also may have sold the story to TMZ, but she did a one-parter and there's an expected part 2. That's what I was waiting on to do this video. There was supposed to be a part 2 that she was going to post in a second or later after she posted part 1 that lets us know what happened on that night. Now, the second part was due to have ring cam footage and a picture of the intruder. That's what we're waiting on, and that's what she said in her first video. She also relayed to us that she went to sleep around 12:30 a.m. She started hearing her dogs barking around 1. And once she knew someone was trying to intrude, what I find interesting is that she went and got Jace, a 14-year-old boy, her child. She went and got Jace to go out with her to see what was going on. So when they both turned around to look at the back door, they see this man trying to yank on the sliding glass door trying to get in. Why is Jace being brought into this situation at all? Why she didn't just leave him sleep like I suspect she did to Inslee and Kaiser and just called 911, grabbed her gun like she likes to do, and tried to scare. I just don't understand why she would bring her child further closer to the danger. That just doesn't compute with me. She claims that she has PTSD now and that this is all under investigation. So I will let you hear what Jenelle has to say. Her advice at the end that nobody should feel comfortable in their home is just like, okay. I mean, I don't live out on the land where my closest neighbor is like a mile away, so potentially, I mean, I don't live in that type of lifestyle. I know if I scream, somebody around this joint is going to hear me and come get me. But potentially that's how she feels living in her home by herself since David is no longer on the land because Jace is there. And people are still saying that this is a ploy to get David back into the home. And I'm wondering if he's still out there on the boat. And where is Marissa since Jenelle kicked Marissa out and was texting her all times a day while she was at school? But that's neither here nor there. This is about Jenelle and her story. She is going to let us know what happened on the most terrifying night that she has experienced.
Y'all. Yeah, I'm officially afraid of the dark. Let me explain. This Saturday will be a week since I had a break-in with an intruder at my home while I was home alone with my 3 kids. So I ended up going to sleep at around 12:30 last Saturday. And then around 1 o'clock in the morning, my Ring doorbell went off and it was at my building outside. And I still didn't wake up and get this notification because I was passed out. Then all of a sudden around 1 a.m. I hear barking. My dogs were going crazy. I have 2 dogs that are bigger, larger, like a shepherd dog and an Irish doodle, and then I have a Pomeranian, and they were all in there freaking out in my laundry room. I went in my laundry room, I turned on my light, I look out the back door, and it wasn't my husband. And I didn't know who it was. It was a random stranger. Then my heart sank. I ran over to my 14-year-old son's room and woke him up and asked him to come out and told him that we have an intruder. When we turned around and looked at the back sliding glass door, he was there yanking on it. He was yanking as hard as he could on my back door. I'm sitting there freaking out. I ended up calling 911. It's like, it's the most terrifying conversation I've ever had with 911 in my life. I legit turned into like a little baby and was crying my eyes out. I was terrified. So he ended up breaking the lock of my sliding glass door, and the only thing that kept this man out of my house was a stick for the sliding glass door. That's the only thing that kept him out. Did I have my pew-pew? Yes, I did, but I did not want to use it or go through such a more traumatic event of having that incident happen in front of my child. My 14-year-old son saw the whole thing with me and this man that we had no idea who it was. After that, I was still on the phone with 911. I was crying almost the entire time on the phone with 911. I was terrified. I've never been that terrified in my whole life. So now, then he ended up leaving. He was like, oh, sorry. I have him on my Ring camera. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be here. And then he left through my woods. If you don't know, I live out in the middle of the country on 10 acres. So I didn't have anybody around me to help. And then finally the cops got there. They did their investigation. They had to get my sliding glass door back on my rollers, the sliding glass door rollers. And my door was jammed with the stick still in it, and they had to yank my door back open. This is all being investigated. Yes, I do have Ring camera footage. Yes, we do have a little picture of his face. And right now we're just trying to find answers. I will do a part 2 on this later on, and I will show you guys the Ring camera footage, and I'll show you his face because I need you to do your thing, TikTok, and part 2 will be coming up in a second. But right now, I've taken a week to process this, and now it's like I'm noticing the PTSD symptoms that are coming along with it, like get home before dark, I'm waking up in the middle of the night, making sure I check everything. I just can't believe this happened. I don't know this man's intentions. He didn't steal anything out of my building or my shed, but he wanted to come in at me. He backed away when he saw my 14-year-old son. So yeah. I'll post another video later and give you guys more of an update about what he looks like and stuff. But yeah, me and my son are now healing again from this crazy situation. But never get comfortable in your house. And I want to post this story because I need someone to relate to. Has this ever happened to you? How have you gotten over it? And